David Baresh. Probably the smartest kid in class, or one of them. And I'm not sure what he went on to do, but I don't believe he played any sports, but academically he was top of the class.
David Burish, I like David. He and I were in competition more or less together. We used to joke around a lot and insult each other, but it was always just a fun thing. Not to hurt anybody's feelings. I like David.
David was our valedictorian. Just an extremely intelligent person, but a wonderful person. I mean, he just was one of these personalities that he was a friend to everybody, and very, very active in all the, the different organizations and things, and just into all kinds of things. But he was, a great person.
Lois Spaller. I liked Lois. We had, at Janet Reichenbach's house one time, I think we were seniors. We had juniors or seniors, and we had a sleepover, and there were probably about 7 or 8 of us girls, and I remember Lois was one of them. She was a lot of fun.
Ruth Mullen, little Ruth, one of the best smiles in the school. Nice girl.
Karen Bruder, we were friends from a long time ago. Karen was fun. We had a little group of girls that used to hang out together, and Karen was part of that group. I liked her.
Karen Bruder. I always liked Karen. I used to dance with her at noon once in a while. Her boyfriend at the time was Don Stickney, and I don't know if they ever got married or not. Smart girl. Very nice.
Susan Franchuk. She was a good friend. Again, another cheerleader. She was homecoming queen. But she was always the kind that was kind and friendly to everybody. I mean, even the underclassmen and all. She was just an all-around, wonderful person.
Susan Franchuk was a special friend of mine. We did a lot of things through high school. I believe we were on the cheerleading squad together, and she dated Rocky Battistelli. She was nice.
Susan Franchuk. She was the love of Ray Battistelli's life in high school. Wonderful girl. Great smile. Nice family.
Doug Carter was a nice guy. In fact, Doug went all the way through school with us too, and he was a nice guy. In fact, he came to New Haven when I was still living there just to say hi, which I thought was really nice.
Willie Held, class clown, super guy, good football player. He was just a neat guy.
Willie Held. Willie Held was a nice guy. He spent a lot of time at our house. He was a good dancer. He and I used to like to dance together. He had a great sense of humor and a nice smile, good laugh.
Yeah, I remember Evelyn. I think the first thing that comes to mind is her smile. She was always smiling, always seemed to be in a good mood and happy. She just had the greatest smile. It was just infectious.
Oh, Silka Bear. She was our foreign exchange student when we were seniors. She was my locker partner. She was very nice. She was very artistic. She did a lot of the artwork that we did, the cutout paperwork that we did on our float when we were seniors. She was a nice girl.
Silky was a very interesting girl, different background. I think she was German, and a real nice girl.
Oh, Silka Bear, she was our foreign exchange student from Germany, and excellent English. I mean, she really, in most of the classes, made the rest of us look pretty poor. I mean, she was just a brilliant, brilliant person, and her English in a lot of ways was far superior to ours even. But a lot of fun. It was a neat experience getting to know her.
Ray Chamberlain. He was fun. Not in the same circle of some of the people I hung around with, but always nice to me.
He was just part of a group of guys in our class, and Don was very pleasant. I liked him.
Don Stickney. Tough kid. Wasn't afraid to get in your face if he felt like he needed to. Great smile.
Judy lived out in the country, and she liked to laugh, and we had a good time.
A lot of these people, it was their smile, their good nature all the time that really sticks in my mind. There were so many of them that just really fun people to be with, and Judy was one of them.
Doris White. Oh, I really liked Doris. She was really nice. Always nice to me.
I used to spend weekends at Terry's house. She lived on Elk Street in New Haven, and I used to spend nights with her, stay overnight, you know, that sort of thing. She was fun.
Bill Cummings. What a trip. One time he's driving me home after school, and we're in an old Chevy, I think, like a 1953 or something Chevy, and we're going along probably around 60 miles an hour, and I said, well, why don't you drop this thing back down into second and just feel it coast, you know? He says, well, I can't do that, I'll hurt the transmission. And I said, well, go ahead and drop it back in first then. He said, okay. He blew the whole transmission all over the road.
Oh, Arlene. She lived in town, and she used to date Victor Garcia, I believe. They did get married, and Arlene was a good girl.
Gerald Streck, funny. He wrote a story once and he called it Igor Nevernighties. I'll never forget it. It was so funny. I thought he should have published it. He played football with us, and I think he ran cross country.
Glenn Foss, remember him as being quite a cut-up, joking around and the silliness and things like that. But again, a wonderful guy, just always quite a card.
Glenn Foss, we had a good time. Glenn Foss liked to have fun, had a good laugh, and he was just game for anything.
Glenn Foss. Glenn was funny, and I think he went into, I heard anyway, that he went into some type of a automotive business, tool and die or something like that, and just a real nice guy.
I can remember her being a fantastic cheerleader. Again, one of these people that was always friendly, always smiling.
Carol Cooper, first girl I dated in high school. Nice girl, smart as a whip, loved to whistle a lot.
Ed Powers, he was our class president. Very, very outgoing. I remember he played the piano quite well, and that's something that most in the class didn't do. You know, there wasn't a lot of that, but Ed played the piano, and I know he was one of the few at that point in our class that played golf.
Ed Powers. Ed came to school, well, first of all, he was our class president. And then he came to New Haven probably later, like 10th grade, something like that. But Ed was a nice guy, and we had a lot of nice guys in our class, I think.
Nice girl, smart, academically very good, easy to be around.
Judy Sheltron. Judy was a good girl. She was smart, and we did a lot of things together too.
Marcia Johnson. Marcia was quiet, seemed to be quite serious, but just a lovely person though, very, very nice.
Marcia Johnson, I always liked Marcia. I thought she was a cool girl and easy to talk to. Very attractive.
Marcia Johnson was a friend of mine. She lived in town too. Marcia and I were in kindergarten together, as were a couple of these other ones too. Marcia was our homecoming queen one year, and she's actually a very beautiful woman. She's very, very nice looking.
Nelson Weiderman, he was a lot of fun. Nelson in class, I don't remember any specific incidents, but I just remember that he was a lot of fun.
Called him Rocky then. Yeah, he was a great guy. I mean, one of the very popular guys in class. You know, just a friend to everybody. See, I think he went on to be a photographer, I'm not sure.
Rocky lived out on Gratiot, and he was a nice guy. He used to date my friend Susan Franchuk.
Patsy Allridge. She was quiet, as I remember her. She had her own circle of friends. A real nice girl.
Patsy Aldridge. I remember her. She lived on 26 Mile Road, and we had a party at her house one time, and we had a hayride. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, Bonnie loved to dance, and you know, just bubbly and lots of energy, and always on the go. And she even continued. She was that kind of person all through her adult life. And again, that's another one we lost.
Reuben Gant. He's terrific. I think his sister, yeah, Ruth Gant. We were both all in the same class. Reuben was funny. He was a lot of fun to be around, and just a terrific kid. And so was Ruth. Ruth was, she was well liked, as I remember, and just a lot of fun. We used to laugh a lot.
Kelly Dreyer, oh yeah. He lived up the street from me, and Kelly was a sports guy. He was a football player, basketball player, and he liked to hunt and fish. And my dad liked Kelly Dreyer.
Kelly Dreyer, what an athlete. Tremendous athlete. And well liked. I always liked Kelly.
Kelly, a star athlete. I mean, it seemed like he was good at all of the sports. I think that's the thing I remember most about Kelly is his athletic ability.
Real pretty girl, very nice. I had fun. I used to sit next to her in math class. I really liked Janet. She just seemed to have an easy and nice way about herself.
Janet Reichenbach, really smart. She came from a smart family, and she was a nice girl, and she was a good dancer too.
Janet Reichenbach, very sweet person, just very kind, quite quiet, very intelligent, very focused, very serious about what she was doing.
Victor Garcia. Victor had a nice smile, and he was just a nice guy to know, that's all.
Gerald Harper, nice kid, sort of quiet. I think he did well in school. I really can't remember.
Laura Tomeko, I know we played basketball together. We were on the girls' basketball team, and we were good friends in high school. Again, quite serious and a good student.
Bob Pellegram, smart guy, was involved in, as I remember, in school activities and things.
Bob Pellegram. Bob was a nice-looking guy in high school, but kind of quiet, tall.
Ruth Ann Williams, her laugh, I can remember yet. Quite a sense of humor too, you know. But it's that laugh that, you know, I think of when I think of Ruth Ann.
Beverly Kendrick, class sweetheart. Everybody loved Beverly. Nice girl and did well in school.
Beverly lived only a couple doors up from me on Main Street, and we did a lot of things together. And one of the things that we did was that we watched American Bandstand.
And my dad decided in 1959 to move out to New Haven. We had a 54-acre farm, so I took a bus to school every day. But when I played on the football team, I'd have to drive our tractor to school. Now, a lot of the guys had cars, and I'm driving this tractor 10, 12 miles to school. And what I found was that the kids that I knew there were very friendly. I enjoyed talking to them, and as far as I know, they like to talk to me from time to time, and I enjoyed the teachers, especially Ward Young and Mr. Giroux, and the principal I thought was outstanding, Charles Uslak, and his wife. I had the opportunity to meet his wife on a couple of occasions. But I liked the teachers. I thought they were forthright in how they were approaching their teaching education, and also good values. Ward Young was very instrumental in a lot of my thinking. He was a very dedicated teacher and a smart guy, and he was fun to play football for. It was a nice place to grow up, and there were a lot of nice kids. Most of them came from very, well, we all came from more of a middle-class type American family. But I hope everybody has gone on, realized their dreams in life, and stayed true to themselves, and had some wonderful experiences.